crocodilians don't just eat things that swim around. They will also prey on small birds and mammals from overhanging tree branches. So this is something we're loosely trying to replicate for the group here. Just eat things that live in water. They will prey on the occasional small bird and mammal from overhanging tree branches. So this is something we're loosely trying to replicate. And most people think when a crocodile jumps, they're using their back legs. But most of the pushing power is actually coming from the tail. So we got them in the deeper water so they can use their tail to its full extent. But what they do when they want to jump is just coil that tail into a bit of an S shape. When they straighten it out, it has enough power to push them out of the water, just past their back legs on the 26 female Nile crocodiles. Because some of you may have seen on their enclosure sign that they're considered least concern on the IUCN Red List. So although they are on the endangered spectrum, they're doing a lot better than most other crocodilians. But to be honest with you, most of our visitors want to see either a very big crocodile or a big group of them have their dinner. So hopefully people will come along to see this group here, and in turn they pave the way for some of the more endangered breeding programs we're a part of, Siamese crocodiles and the Philippine crocodile. Right, but as the crocs are taking on these larger pieces of food, we can see what looks like a chewing motion. Now, crocodiles jaws in all sorts of directions, and we've got teeth that have particular jobs. Whereas with crocodiles, all they can do is snap up and down, and their teeth are all designed for gripping rather than cutting. So what we see them doing is just gently twisting the food while it's in their mouth, so it is still swallowed whole, but in a bit more of a streamline. Like see them at the back of their throat called the palatal valve. And what they can do is just gently raise their head, drain out any unwanted fluid before lowering that palatal valve and swallowing that food. Right, now this is our last piece of food for the group, and to all of us warm-blooded mammals, it doesn't look like a lot of food going in there. But bear in mind, crocodilians are cold-blooded, and their bodies work in a very different way to all of ours, and their food intake is actually a lot lower than any of us laying eggs over the past couple of years. But a big female Nile crocodile can reach between 2.5 to 3 metres in length. But female crocs have a much more slender build than the males, and the males do get a lot longer. And it's male Nile crocodiles that are among the largest. Right, and we will see that with the crocs, when they're taking these larger pieces of food, we can see almost what looks like them chewing. Now, crocodilians can't chew their food, not the same way that we can, because they can't move their jaws from the side. It just doesn't look like it's enough to sustain so many crocs. But we're very happy with the growth rate of the group, and bear in mind that they are cold-blooded or ectotherms, so their bodies do work in an entirely different way to all of ours. They're a lot less active than we are, so need less food in that respect. But what we really mean by cold-blooded is they rely on the temperature of their surroundings for their body heat, where a lot of the fuel we take on in the way of food actually goes into keeping ourselves warm or cooling ourselves down.